Welcome back to another inspiring chapter. This time, we explore the life of a dynamic entrepreneur, sharp investor, and visionary businessman. Let's step right into his world. Some journeys begin with a bold idea, others with careful planning, but very few bring together creativity, technology, and business in a way that reshapes industries. Scott Kaplan Belsky's story is one such journey. From the sparks of an entrepreneurial vision that gave rise to Behance, to his leadership at Adobe, and his investments in transformative startups, his path is one of relentless curiosity and execution. Yet even with his public success, there are deeper layers to his story, lesser-known influences, personal commitments, and guiding principles that continue to fuel his rise. Born on April 18, 1980, Scott Kaplan Belsky grew up in an environment that valued education and ambition. His family's legacy played an important role in shaping him. His grandfather, Stanley Kaplan, was the founder of Kaplan Inc., a renowned educational services company. The Kaplan name itself had become synonymous with learning and achievement, and this heritage instilled in Belsky a deep respect for education and a determination to carry forward the spirit of innovation. This family connection meant that Scott grew up with an understanding that ideas could change lives, that systems built with dedication could empower millions. Though he would ultimately carve his own unique path, this legacy became a constant source of inspiration. Scott's academic journey reflected both diligence and ambition. He pursued his undergraduate degree at Cornell University, where he immersed himself in learning, leadership, and the pursuit of creative ideas. Cornell became the launchpad that broadened his worldview, setting the stage for his future. Not content with stopping there, Scott moved on to one of the most prestigious programs in the world, Harvard Business School, where he earned his MBA. His years at Harvard equipped him not only with technical and managerial knowledge, but also with an invaluable network and confidence to take bold risks. It was here that Scott began sharpening the skills that would later make him a bridge between creativity and business execution. In 2006, Scott co-founded Behance, a platform designed to give creative professionals the space to showcase their portfolios and gain recognition for their work. At the time, the creative industry lacked a centralized hub for designers, photographers, and other professionals to display their skills in an organized, discoverable manner. Behance filled that gap with vision and clarity. What made Behance revolutionary was not just its functionality, but the way it celebrated creativity. It empowered millions of designers and artists to share their work, connect with others, and find opportunities. Today, over 50 million users call Behance their creative home, a testament to the platform's enduring impact. Recognition soon followed. In 2010, Fast Company honored Scott Belsky by including him in their prestigious list of the Weight Tour 100 Most Creative People in Business. For someone who believed in empowering creators, this acknowledgement symbolized the influence of his work. The next big chapter unfolded in December 2012, when Adobe acquired Behance. For Belsky, this was not the end of a startup journey, but rather a new beginning inside a larger creative ecosystem. Transitioning into Adobe, he took on the role of Vice President of Products, Mobile, and Community. Here, Scott played a central role in driving innovation across Adobe's product line. He focused on enhancing mobile experiences, making Adobe tools more accessible to creators everywhere. Equally important was his effort to foster communities around Adobe's platforms, recognizing that creativity thrives when people feel connected. Well, in 2017, after a brief but significant detour into venture capital, Belsky returned to Adobe, this time in a far bigger role. He became Chief Product Officer and Executive Vice President of Creative Cloud. Leading Adobe's flagship product ecosystem, he spearheaded initiatives that expanded the company's reach, delivering tools that empowered millions of creators to transform their visions into reality. Today, he serves as Chief Strategy Officer and EVP of Design Emerging Products at Adobe, overseeing cutting-edge projects and ensuring that the creative world stays productive, connected, and ready to adapt to emerging technologies. In February 2016, Scott took a bold leap into the world of venture capital by joining Benchmark, one of Silicon Valley's most respected investment firms. Becoming the sixth general partner at Benchmark was not only a prestigious move, but also a reflection of his unique value. He brought the perspective of a founder, a product thinker, and a creative advocate. During this time, he invested in and advised a range of companies, many of which would go on to become household names: Uber, Warby Parker, Pinterest, Periscope, and Sweetgreen. His involvement as both an advisor and investor reflected his ability to spot ideas that had the potential to scale globally. While Benchmark gave him a platform to support startups, Belsky's heart remained tied to building products himself. By 2017, he returned to Adobe, balancing his leadership role with his personal passion for investing in mission-driven companies. Scott's entrepreneurial spirit was never confined to Behance alone. He consistently sought ways to empower and inspire creatives. Among his many side projects, 99U stands out as a think tank, an annual conference dedicated to execution in the creative world. While ideas are abundant, Scott believed it is execution that separates dreamers from doers. 99U became a forum for turning inspiration into action. He also created the Action Method, a line of organizational products designed to simplify creative workflows. These tools offered practical solutions to help creative individuals and teams translate vision into action. Another powerful outlet for Scott's ideas has been his writing. He authored bestsellers such as Making Ideas Happen and The Messy Middle. These books became essential guides for entrepreneurs, creatives, and product leaders navigating the highs and lows of innovation. Beyond books, his newsletter, Implications, reaches tens of thousands of designers, investors, and product thinkers each month, shaping conversations in the industry. Scott Belsky's investments span a remarkable range of industries. He seeks out startups at the intersection of technology and design, believing in their power to change the world. Enter tech design tools. Early bets in Airtable, Notion, and Pinterest highlight his faith in tools that make collaboration and creativity easier. Consumer brands. Investments in Warby Parker and Sweetgreen reflect his eye for consumer products that disrupt traditional industries. Decentralized tech. He supports projects like Dapper Labs and Philcoin, showing his interest in blockchain and the decentralization of digital systems. Fintech, backing companies like Carta and Ramp. He supports ventures bringing fresh ideas to finance and accessibility. Climate tech. With investments in Cobalt and Pachama, he aligns his portfolio with sustainable solutions for the planet. Health tech. Companies like Row and Whoop reveal his commitment to improving wellness and healthcare through technology. His broader portfolio includes Anon, Meter, ShopMe, Lutra AI, Extropic, Deform, Grit, patented .ai, SuperPeer, Science.io, Nana, Airplane, TinyCare, and Moment. Each reflects his interest in empowering individuals, embracing innovation, and solving meaningful problems. Scott is not merely an investor writing checks. He is a mentor who actively guides startups. His philosophy centers on a few key principles. Anos, the first mile of UX. Crafting the initial experience for users matters most. Team structure. Organizing around design principles, integrating copywriting, and prioritizing product defaults. Analytics and growth. Using ego metrics and KPIs to understand adoption and iterate strategies. Narrative. Positioning products with compelling stories. Ensuring both teams and customers resonate with the vision. Scaling culture. Preserving unique company values while building high-performing teams. Above all, Belsky believes in execution, turning ideas into reality through structured action and accountability. Beyond startups and Adobe, Belsky gives back to academia and the arts. He serves on the advisory board of Cornell University's entrepreneurship program, mentoring students and supporting innovation. He also holds board positions at the Smithsonian, Cooper Hewitt National Design Museum, and MoMA, Museum of Modern Art, advocating for the role of design in society. Scott lives in New York City with his family, balancing his professional commitments with personal life. His values reflect a blend of creativity, execution, and service to others. His family's educational legacy, his entrepreneurial drive, and his investments all point to a man dedicated to empowering others. Recognition has followed him throughout his career. From Fast Company's 2010 honor to his influence at Adobe and beyond, Belsky has consistently been celebrated for his vision. Financially, his achievements are reflected in his role at Adobe. As of May 2, 2024, His estimated net worth is at least $35.9 million. He owns over 2,713 units of Adobe stock valued at $10.2 million and has sold more than $18.2 million worth of Adobe shares over 6 years. His annual compensation of $7.4 million underscores his value as one of Adobe's most critical leaders. Scott Kaplan. Belsky's story is not just one of titles or valuations. It is the story of someone who consistently bridges the gap between creativity and business, between vision and execution. From Behance to Adobe, from Benchmark to dozens of startups, his work reflects a rare combination of artistry and strategy. At the heart of it all is his unwavering belief that when empowered with the right tools, communities, and guidance, creatives can change the world. And that belief continues to shape industries, inspire entrepreneurs, and expand the possibilities for millions around the globe.